Abhishek Yadav, since I'm going to interview you exactly as per the SSB standard, it's about your family. How many members are in your family? Tell me, who's your role model in your family and why? Tell me two qualities which your father likes in you and two things he wants you to improve upon. What are your hobbies? You have written, reading is your hobby. Tell me how many books you have read.
You can now get a free SSB course under the guidance of Maj Gen Bhakuni at SSB Short Academy if you attend any of our written courses for NDA, CDS or FCAT. Attend 4 to 5 lectures daily and prepare with study material, mentor support, weekly feedback, mock tests and guidance by officers in our lush green 28-acre military campus. Call us now on 725-930-7111 for queries and registrations. Now let's get back to the video.
Okay, Abhishek Yadav, since I'm going to interview you exactly as per the SSB standard, my first question is simply, you are a repeater, you've been to the SSB 3 times.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, out of these 3, which was your best attempt? And in these 3 attempts, how many times screened out and how many times conferenced out? Tell me why you were able to make it in your best attempt or not make it in your worst attempt. Give me 3 reasons for both. Also tell me, when is your next SSB, for which entry, and how are you preparing for that? Go ahead.
Sir, sir, I started giving my SSBs way back in 2020, and till now I've been 3 times to SSB. In the starting 2 attempts, sir, I got conference out. In my 3rd and last attempt, I got recommended for TGC entry, sir. However, I was declared medically unfit, and that is why I could not join the academy, sir. And I believe that my 3rd and last attempt was my best attempt. The reason for that would be earlier in my first 2 attempts, sir, I'm a slow writer. I was not able to complete my responses, my psych responses in time. I was not able to complete my TAT, VAT, and SRT, all the 3 in my starting 2 attempts. And thereafter, I had a session with you, sir. So you briefed me about the same and guided me for the same. And I also practiced for the way you told me. I practiced for that. And in my 3rd attempt, I was able to complete all my responses in psych, like all the 12 TAT stories, and 2-3 VAT I left, but I did all the 60 SRTs in my last attempt. And I did well in the GTO as well. I brushed up my current affairs, and that is why I was able to give relevant, I believe, points in my group discussion in the GTO. And so that's why I believe that was a good attempt. In the interview also, sir, I had a mock interview with you before going for my 3rd attempt. So the interview was more or less on the same lines. So I was comfortable since I have had practiced for the same. So it was on the same lines. So I could feel at ease, and I could control my anxiety also. And that's why I believe I was recommended in my 3rd attempt. If you ask me like the worst attempt, that would be the first attempt, sir. I was a fresher. It was my mistake that I didn't properly prepared myself. I heard here and there that you have to go natural, so I went there natural, sir. And I was not expecting what I actually got in SSB. Simple questions, but then since I was not prepared, so I believe I gave funny answers, and that is why I was rejected. And so I believe that my first attempt was my worst attempt, sir.
Okay, so Abhishek Yadav, just a word of caution: you are speaking little fast. Okay, relax. Sir. Slightly be little more calm and be little more cool. You are generally doing first question. Just a word of advice: you don't have to speak so fast. In the sense that it looks like that you have got some other work pending. Just be in this interview with your heart and okay. So now tell me, suppose you again get through this time and you also get medically through. Which regiment of the Corps you want to join? And why? Yeah.
Sir, if I get through SSB and medicals also this time, then I would like to join infantry regiment, and in infantry also I would like to join the grenadiers, sir. And the reason why I would want to join grenadiers, sir, my inclination towards physical fitness and adventure is increasing day by day, and what I've read and what I've got to know from my father also, that infantry are the main fighting unit of Indian Army, and the grenadiers have got a reputation of their own, sir. They've got three Paramveer Chakras to their credit, and this is the only regiment. It's a unique regiment, since this is the only regiment of Indian Army which has got its name not by some caste or creed or something like that. The grenadiers, it is named by a weapon. It derives its name from grenade, so that makes it more unique. And grenadiers have this reputation of since its inception, it used to have tall and strongly built troops. So that is also something very unique about this regiment, and they've got a lot of decorations. And it also, sir, it is one of the most oldest regiments of Indian Army. So I would like to join the Grenadiers.
Okay, tell me, it is quite surprising. You have vast experience in the corporate world, in the technical job, and yet you want to join infantry, which is supposed to be generally comparatively non-technical. Why? Your your technical expertise may not be fully utilized in the grenadiers. Why you are opting for an infantry? Why not a technical arm? That is the first question. Secondly, you said there are three Paramveer Chakra winners. I want you to name them. If possible, their battalions also. And thirdly, tell me, where is the Grenadiers Regimental Training Center? And last but not the least, do you remember any war in which some Grenadiers battalion had done a good job? Do you remember that battle other than the Kargil war? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, it is correct that I have studied engineering. I have engineering and technical in my background. But then this regiment, this since I started my SSB journey and since I started preparing for my SSB, this regiment has always attracted me. The reputation that this regiment has brought to itself is great to my mind, and I'm all fan of this regiment. So that is why I would want to join this regiment. As far as my technical knowledge is concerned, sir, I believe in infantry also, sir. These days, gone are the days that we used to have traditional methods, and these days, sir, the warfare is changing. It's next generation warfare. So, and since infantry majorly takes part in fighting, sir, technological advances are there in Indian Army also. So I believe I would be able to use my technical knowledge in infantry also, as an officer, more as an officer, sir. That is one. And you asked me about the Paramveer Chakras recipients, sir. So the first Paramveer Chakra recipient was Company Havaldar Major Abdul Hamid in the war of 1965, where he destroyed many pattern tanks of Pakistan Army. The second one was Major Hoshiar Singh in the war of Indo-Pak War of 1971, and the third Paramveer Chakra was awarded to Grenadier later Subedar Major Yogendra Singh Yadav in the Kargil War of 1999. And apart from Kargil War, sir, in the war of Indo-Pak War of 1965.
Okay.
In the war of 1965, sir, company.
The light is gone. Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead.
sir. Yes, sir. Sir, apart from Kargil War, Grenadiers have brought laurels to this to their unit in the war of 1965 also, where Company Havaldar Major Abdul Hamid single-handedly destroyed many tanks of Pakistan Army. Sir, that time pattern tanks were very advanced in that time, and they were provided by US to Pakistan Army. But still, company like CHM Abdul Hamid managed to destroy a lot of tanks.
So tell me which battle it was. Where was this battle fought? You didn't tell me that.
I'm not sure, sir, but if I'm allowed to make a guess, I believe it was in Longewala, but I'm not sure about it.
Okay, now tell me, Battle of Nangowala was fought in which year?
It was, I believe, in 1965. I'm not very sure about it, sir.
Hey, you are not sure about a lot of things. Now tell me, another simple question. I hope you are sure about that. Tell me, what is the difference between arms and services? How the arms are divided? Yeah, explain me which are the arms, which are the services. Go ahead.
Sir, so Indian Army is broadly classified into arms and services, and in arms we have like a core of infantry, which is the main fighting unit of Indian Army. Thereafter, we have a regiment of artillery. We have the armored corps in arms, and then we have mechanized infantry. Thereafter, sir, we have the Army Air Defense, and we have the aviation corps, and thereafter we have corps of engineers, and finally corps of signals. These are the elements of the arms of Indian Army. As far as in service, as far as services are concerned, we have, sir, Army Medical Corps, Army Dental Corps, then we have EME, Electronics and Mechanical Engineers, then we have Pioneer Corps.
Okay,
Then
you didn't explain me the
sir,
arms particularly. Arms are further subdivided into combat arms
yes sir,
and combat support arms.
yes sir.
Tell me, what is the difference between them? Yeah.
Sir, the combat arms are the infantry, the armored, and the artillery. They are the combat arms. Like their primary job is to they are the main fighting blocks of Indian Army. Then thereafter we have combat support arms. So we have corps of engineers, we have corps of signals, we have army.
Are you sure that artillery is a combat support arm? Or
No, I'm not. I'm sure about armored and infantry. That is for
okay.
sure. Yes, sir.
Anyway, you are absolutely wrong here. The arms are further subdivided into combat arms and combat support arms. Combat arms are only three: infantry, mechanized infantry, and armored corps.
Sir.
And artillery, air defense artillery, corps of engineers, corps of signals, they are supporting arms. So you should be very clear on that. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me another simple question. Tell me about your educational journey. Right from 10th class onwards, how have you done in your academics and how have you done in your extracurricular activities and sports? Tell me, what was your favorite subject in 12th and what did you choose for a graduation and why? Tell me about your friends, what kind of friends you like, what kind of friends you don't like. Tell me the most inspiring teacher in your life, why do you like him? Also tell me which all competitive examinations you have prepared for and what has been the result of that. Yeah.
Sir, as far as my educational journey is concerned, my school education is from a village in Rewadi, and I did my 10th class from Lord Krishna Senior Secondary School, and I got 80% of marks in my 10th class. Thereafter, sir, I chose science stream. I found science to be more logical, and that is why I chose it. My main subjects in after 10th were physics, chemistry, and mathematics, and sir, I got 81% of marks in my 12th class. After my 12th class, sir, I studied engineering, and my main subject my branch was electronics and communication engineering, and thus that was my main subjects in engineering. I was an above average, I believe, as far as academics student. As far as academics was concerned, sir. As far as sports and extracurricular activities were concerned, sir, I was more into more actively participate in extracurricular activities. I used to participate in debates, and I would participate in a skit competition, and I used to take part in morning assemblies. I was the prefect of my house, Gandhi House. I was a prefect of, and it was my area of responsibility. I mean, whenever it was my house's turn, it was my area of responsibility to look after morning assembly, and look after news, thought, and all these things in the morning assembly. I also used to do anchoring in annual functions of the school. As far as sports is concerned, sir, now that I look back, I believe I could have done much better as far as sports was concerned. Till the time I was in school, sir, there were no great facilities. I mean, I was good at running. I still do running, sir, because that was the only thing we had. We didn't have much courts, sport complex kind of things in my school. However, in my university, there were some facilities, but there also I continued more with extracurricular activities. Also, sir, since my education was initially was from a village, I got to know and I realized that communication skills are also going, apart from technical knowledge, are going to play an important role. So that is why I emphasized on that in my university. Also took part in a lot of extracurricular activities in my university also. As far as my friends are concerned, sir, since my 10th and 12th are from different schools, thereafter engineering from a different city, and now it's been close to more than 4 years I'm working. So because of that, I'm blessed to have large number of friends. And I like people. Generally, I've got very good friends, sir. Like, I like people who can gel up with you easily, and I also gel up with them very easily, and that is how I make friends. And people who help you in the time of needs, small little things, you can share with them. You can spend good time with your friends. So I have never had a friend which I never liked or something like that. There can be difference of opinion with your friends, but then there are small things, they can always be sorted out by talking. As far as teachers are concerned, sir, I give all the credit to my parents and my teachers. It is because of very good teachers that I got that I am here and in SSB, and also doing good in my job, sir. Sir, I was very impressed by my mathematics teacher, Mr. Ravindra Solanki. He was my mathematics teacher in class 10th. He was very hardworking. I mean, all other teachers were equally hardworking, but he was something. He used to put a lot of efforts for all the students. Sir, he introduced this unique concept of Monday test for all the students. So while we were in 10th class, he said, "Okay, children, so it's board examinations. So whatever I teach you in a week, on every Monday, I'll take a test of that, so that you are all prepared by the time it is your board examinations." The second very unique thing he did was, so in a class, sir, there are students who would score 60%, 70%, then there are students who would score 90% and above. So he would reach out to every student personally. He would tell them, "Okay, in the last Monday test you got 65%. In this Monday test, do it for me. You have to do it for me. If you respect me, do it for me. You have to score at least 70%." So this way he kept on pushing the students, and because of him, sir, the mathematics results used to be 100% in my school. So I'm very impressed by his hard work and his values. uh, and I'm sorry if I've missed any part of your question, sir.
You missed a lot of questions. You didn't tell me which all competitive examination you appeared for.
Sir.
You didn't tell me what was your favorite subject in 12th class. You
Sir.
still haven't told me why did you go for engineering, and that
Sir.
too, electronics and communication. See,
Sir.
because you are being little verbose in certain questions answers.
Sir.
So be to the point. Okay? Yeah.
Sir. Uh, Sir, my favorite subject in class 12th was again mathematics. It was my favorite subject because I liked to solve mathematics. There was nothing to mug up in mathematics. So that is why it was my favorite subject. And after my 12th class, sir, I appeared in NDA examination, and I also appeared in engineering entrance examinations. These were the two examinations I gave. NDA, I could not clear the written examination. I was a little weak in English and general studies, so therefore I couldn't clear my this examination. I got a decent rank in my engineering entrance examination, and based on that, sir, I got a college in neighboring city of Rewari in engineering. I chose electronics and communication, sir, because there are two benefits. One, this field is booming, electronics and communication field, and the second is a lot of engineers from electronics and communication, they switch to IT services, to software services. And sir, the IT field is very vast, and there are subjects that are common in electronics and communication and IT and computer sciences. So there are dual benefits. That is why I chose it, sir.
Okay, tell me, you are 100 meters runner, and you are also fond of mathematics.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a simple question. Suppose you run
Yes, sir.
150 meters in 15 seconds. What will be a speed per minute?
150 meters in 15 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, it would be 600 meters per minute.
It will be 600 meters per minute.
Yes, sir.
So now can you tell me your speed per hour?
Yes, sir. Sir, it would be 3 kilometers per hour.
Are you sure?
No, I'm sorry. It would be 30 kilometers per hour.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
In 1 minute, how much you are running?
Sir, I'm running 100 in 1 minute. I'm running 600 meters.
600 meter.
Yes, sir.
So now in 60 minutes, how much you will run?
I'm into 60, sir. So that would be 36 kilometers.
So why did you give two wrong answers? Sometimes you are saying 3,000 meters, sometimes you are saying 30 meters, 30 kilometers. So why such a simple calculation you are taking so long? By the
Uh,
way, what has been your timing in 100 meters?
Sir, it is 11. I mean, it is something more than 11 seconds.
Something more than 11. Is it too good a timing? Are you sure?
Uh, no, it is not. It is not a very good timing, sir. I run like long distances, so that is what I majorly practice, sir.
So 11 seconds is a very good timing, not bad. What is the world record?
It is, sir, by Usain Bolt, and it is 9.9 seconds and some microseconds.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. It is more than 9 seconds.
So how much it is?
Sir, I'm sorry exactly. I don't know what is the world record, but it is somewhere around 9 seconds.
It is not 9 seconds, it is 9.58 seconds.
Sir,
Okay.
sir.
And what is the record of Carl Lewis? Who was the old record holder?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know.
Tell me, Usain Bolt belongs to which country?
Sir, he belongs to Jamaica.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now tell me. My next question is about your family. How many members are in your family? Tell me, who's your role model in your family and why? Tell me two qualities which your father likes in you and two things he wants you to improve upon. Also, tell me what one quality you would like to take from your father and what one thing you would like your father to improve upon. Yeah.
Sir, so we are a family of four, and my father is an ex-serviceman now, and he's working with a private company now. My mother is a homemaker, sir, and I have an elder sister. Now, she's a dental surgeon, and now she's married and settled in Rewari. And my role model in my family is my father, sir. So when I look closely, he is the most hardworking person I've ever seen, sir. He joined as a as a Sipai in Indian Army, and thereafter he continued with his education. Sir, he did his BA, then B.Ed, then thereafter retirement, he also continued his LLB. So he's a very hardworking and organized person I've seen. One quality that my father likes in me is my communication skills and the way I've done in my academics and my present job, sir. One thing that my father would like to would want me to improve upon is he always tells me that I'm a little less organized, so I have to be more organized about things, about my surroundings and everything. I've taken I've started taking care of that, sir. And in my father, like I mentioned, he's a very organized man and a very disciplined person and very hardworking, so he is my role model, sir.
Okay, you always leave the last part of the question. Tell me what one quality you would like to take from your father, what
So
one thing you would like your father to improve upon.
I'm sorry about that, sir. So the one quality that I would want to imbibe from my father is hardworking. I do that, but I mean, as compared to my father, it is still less, sir. I would want to improve upon that. And one thing that I would want my father to improve upon is, since his, from the time I'm seeing his, he can be a little more well dressed. It's like, sir, my father spends everything. My father has spent good amount of money on my education, my sister's education, and he has done everything for us. I would want him to spend on himself as well. So that is, I would want him to improve upon.
Okay, tell me now, what are your hobbies? You have written, reading is your hobby. Tell me how many books you have read and the best book you read.
So
Why did you like it and what good lessons you learned from that book? How much time you spend in the social media?
sir.
And also tell me, what is your routine on a working day? In brief, you can tell me, and on a holiday.
Sir. Yes, sir. Reading is my hobby, and I have read quite a few books. However, mostly I read on internet, sir. Since I do not get much time now from my office commitments, so most of my reading is on internet, sir. However, my favorite author is Chetan Bhagat, and the best I liked a book by his is What Young India Wants. The reason I found it very interesting is because he, in very simple words, in very simple lessons, he has mentioned that how India can be developed. He has also mentioned about the uh, uh, religious problems that India has, and how we should be absolutely secular and not care about these things, and should only be focused on development as per the requirement of the time. So that is why I like that book, sir. And uh, I'm
So
sorry again.
it has become your trademark to forget the last part of one or two questions. You didn't tell me how much time you spend in the social media. You didn't tell me what's your routine on a working day and a holiday. Yeah.
Sir, I do spend good amount of time on social media. However, that not specifically on social media. I do that on YouTube, sir. I would watch a lot of videos whenever I would get time. If I'm going to office or coming back, or whenever I get time in office, also I would watch YouTube videos to keep myself updated also as to what is happening around the world. That is how I get to spend time on social media. On a whole, sir, these days I'm working in night shifts. My The senior VP of my company, he is right now sitting in US, so I report to him, so I work according to his time zone. So I'm working in night shifts. So on a normal working day, my shift starts at 5:30 in the evening till 3:30 in the morning, and thereafter I would go to sleep, and I generally wake up by 9:30 or 10. And after that, sir, I live in Gurgaon, so I have a good gym in my society. I would go to gym for an hour or so, and then would come back. And thereafter I would do some surfing on YouTube for some time, and once I'm ready, I'm done with my like lunch and everything, brunch, should I say, I would get back to my office work. There are things I have to prepare before I resume my office, and since I got to work directly under the VP, so I have to be on my toes all the time and prepare presentations and everything. So most of my time, sir, it goes in my official commitments. One thing that I never miss in my daily routine, either it is working day or holiday, is I would always give a call to my parents, to my mother and my father, and would speak to them. uh, uh, that is what I've been doing. On mine is a 5 days week, so I get off on Saturdays and Sundays, and I would make sure that I go for running outside my society on Saturdays and Sundays. Rest, I would do more of YouTube. I would speak to my parents, and now that I have SSB, so I spend time in preparing for my SSB also, sir.
Okay, tell me. Now, since you have been working for the last 4 years, so it means
Yes,
you
sir.
are really liking your job. Tell
Yes,
me,
sir.
what two things you love about your job and two things you don't like about your job? How much pay you are getting and how are you
Sir.
spending that money? Yeah.
Uh, yes, sir. You brought out correctly that I really like this job. This is my first job, first and only job. And two things that I would like about this company is you get a freedom to, uh, like, we get different campaigns to work upon under different VPs. So my VP gives me freedom to, I never hesitate, and he never stops me from giving out my mind. Although he's very senior to me, in age, in position, and everything, but still he would take my opinion always, and would also my inputs, and would also incorporate them in the campaigns that we are working. So you got to give your mind. That is one. And secondly, sir, the culture is really good here. It's not like that somebody is senior, somebody is junior. As a matter of fact, my VP has strictly asked me to never address him as sir, and he would not like it, and he would always tell me, call me by my name. So I would always call him Puneet. His name is Mr. Puneet Soni, so I would call him by his name. So it's not about the name or something, or about sir or something. It's about the kind of environment he wants to put in is in team. It's about an open environment he wants to develop in the company, so that ideas come freely and we all work as a team for the betterment of the company and ourselves. Two things, if I have to mark, like, I do not like about the company, would be uh, There could be there's only one thing I can think of is like the training. When you join this company, the training can be improved. However, there's a different team altogether for the training, but I believe training plays a very important role in I mean in shaping your career in any company. So training can be more of practical, less of theoretical. So that can be improved in my company, sir. That's the only thing I can think of in my about the improvement in my company. And as far as salary is concerned, sir, I like including incentives and everything, I make somewhere around 75,000 per month. And sir, recently in COVID times, we started construction of our home after my father's retirement. So majority of my salary and my father's salary goes in repaying the home loan, sir.
Okay, tell me now, what are your three strengths and three weaknesses?
Sir, my strengths are like I'm a confident person with good communication skills. And second would be I'm a hardworking man. My father has, I've got this lesson from my father, and in my academics also. After that, in my job also, sir, I've got promotions because I believe because of my hard work. So that is second. And third would be I can really gel up with people, and I have a lot of friends. People like to spend time with me. I also like to spend time with me. And in office, like whenever people would need my help in their presentations or their projects, they would never hesitate to come to me. So these are my strengths. And as far as my weaknesses are concerned, sir, I believe one, I need to be a little more organized about things. And the second would be I've been always told this by my friends and my father also, that I speak too fast. So they always ask me to speak a little slowly. Uh, and these are the two weaknesses I can think of, sir.
You can't think of a third shortcoming of yours?
If I have to still bring out one more, it could be I can be more punctual, sir. There have been instances where I've got late for my meetings, or if somebody is coming up at the railway station, so I have to go and pick them up from the railway station. There, I have been late sometimes. So, but I believe I've worked upon that and has been sorted to a greater extent.
Okay, tell me, Abhishek, what was your best day in your life and what was the worst day of your life?
Uh, So the best day in my life, I've got many such occasions, but if I have to pick one, was I was working in the same company. I was working on a campaign, and we were running a campaign for Adobe in US, and we got a very good deal from a company. And I was very much involved into that deal. I was a part of the presentation and the final negotiation that were going on. I mean, my VP was doing that. I was also part of that, and when we did it finally and we got the results, so I was applauded by my VP. And so that I believe was a very good day for me. As far as worst day is concerned, uh, it was my when my grandmother expired in 2010.
Okay. Okay, tell me, another simple question. Tell me, do
So,
you have a girlfriend?
no, sir.
Why do you think the girls avoid you?
It's not like that the girls are avoiding me, sir. I'm working in IT. Almost 50% of the staff are females, and I have good relations with them. But I do not have a girlfriend or like a relationship kind of thing. I have many friends, I mean, who are girls, but I do not have a girlfriend as such.
Don't you think you are lying because a girl actually had proposed to you?
Sir, that happened in the office, but I believe my priority is to first get into army, get commissioned, and make my parents proud. Thereafter, I can have one. So as of
Okay.
now,
So what
yes,
did
sir.
you tell her?
Sir, I politely backed off, and it was not a formal proposal kind of thing. She liked me. We were in the same team initially, so she liked me. I believe I also knew it. She told me on text messages that I like you and all those things. But then I said that as of now, we are really good friends, and any guy would be really lucky to have you in his life. But maybe I'm not the right person, and that's what I
Okay.
told her.
Tell me, did you also propose to someone in your life?
Sir, I proposed a girl in ninth class when I was in school. So I proposed a girl that time.
So the girl slapped you?
No, sir, she didn't slap me, but she denied, sir.
Okay. So you felt very hurt?
That time, yes, sir, but we were just kids. So now I find it very funny, the thing I did in ninth class.
Okay. So are you still in touch with her?
Yes, I am, sir.
You are still in touch. So do you think you'll propose her again?
No, no, sir, now she's married, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now tell me another simple question.
Sir.
Tell me, why do you think you are a leader? Because you are trying to bring out, you have been in school that, a lot of things you bring out where you trying to show off your leadership quality. Tell me three things. Why do you consider yourself a leader?
Uh, s- Sir, I believe one is a leader should be good at communication. A leader should be able to clearly give his mind to his team. The team should be absolutely clear as to what they want, be it army or corporate or anywhere. So I believe I have that quality. That is one. And secondly, sir, a leader should. This is what I learned from my seniors in my office. A leader is not someone who would just sit down and pass on the orders. A leader is someone who would grossly involved with the team and like work equally or even harder. As a leader, it's your responsibility to work even harder than your teammates and lead them by example. So that's the lesson I've got from my VP that I'm working with, and I believe I can do that. We have a team of 9 on the floor, the team that I'm working with presently. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm hearing.
Sir, you have to work really harder. So that's what I learned from my father and my VP also. I try to do that. That's second. And third is, sir, you always have to give a helping hand. At times, in a team, no people will not always be equal in terms of potential caliber or whatever. So at times, people would need your help. Never hesitate to give a helping hand to your friends. So I've been doing that in my office. So that's why I believe I can do that. I would lead a maybe.
Okay, okay. Now tell me, if I ask you, my dear Abhishek Yadav, that
So,
you have to describe in 4 sentences what is Abhishek Yadav, how will you describe?
uh, okay. Abhishek is a person who is very much. I'm sorry for the interruption, sir. My battery is running out. Can I plug in the charger? I'm
Yeah,
sorry, sir.
yeah.
Sir, I apologize for that.
No problem. Go ahead.
So Abhishek is a person, sir, who is very much attached to his family, especially to his mother, and is a person who has been blessed to have a father and mother like I've got, uh, and wants to be an all-rounder. I want to keep pushing myself. Never want to be dependent on the kind of person never be dependent on others. And my inclination towards physical fitness is increasing every day. So I have a lot to improve upon my physical fitness. So would want to do a lot as far as physical fitness is concerned.
Okay. So you just finished 2.5 sentences. I said you describe yourself in 4 sentences. Still, you have 1.5 sentence to go.
Yes, sir. So there are things that I would need to improve upon, like I speak more, I speak fast. That is one, and I also probably need to understand that not every time and everywhere things would be perfect. No matter how much hard work you put in, how much efforts you put in, at time in office there would be there would deals that you miss out on since there's a lot of competition. Not everyone will probably work according to your expectations. So if at all something like that happens, you got to accept it and be not very much worried about it, and then just keep on doing your work. So I need to understand more of that. That's what I've been told by my father and my seniors also.
Okay. Okay. Now, say one more sentence about yourself. You are talking generally more about your family, more about your father, more about your mother, but you are not speaking about yourself. Let me hear one more sentence about yourself.
Sir, I would, I'll be really blessed and would love to wear the uniform and see myself as an officer in someday in Grenadiers Regiment, sir.
Okay. Okay, now tell me another simple question which I'm going to ask you
Sir.
is tell me what is this AUKUS we keep hearing about? What is AUKUS?
AUKUS. I'm sorry, sir. I've not heard about that.
Oh my God, you haven't heard of the alliance of three countries between America, England, and Australia. Anyway, tell me another simple question.
Sir.
Tell me what is the difference between SARC and ASEAN?
Sir, SARC is a organization of countries it's a South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. So it's a organization of countries that falls in the South Asia, and ASEAN is again an organization of countries of Asian countries. But I'm sorry, I do not know the exact difference between the two, sir.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, what is the Sri Lanka crisis? Why this crisis has been caused?
Sir, Sri Lanka crisis is like the economy has almost fallen, not almost, it has fallen very steeply in Sri Lanka. And it is because, sir, Sri Lanka, if with your permission, if I can give you a little background also, Sri Lanka was also a British colony and it got its independence in 1948. And unlike India, at the time of independence, their economy was really, really good, sir. It was better than Japan, countries like Japan also. But in 1970s, the first revolt started in Sri Lanka. When the first president, Sri Lanka had the first lady president, and there was some kind of agitations. Initially Sri Lanka has pro-Soviet Union government, and thereafter in 1977 they had pro-USA government. So Sri Lanka started liberalization and opened their economy in 1970s, way before India and China. But then they took the recommendations of IMF and World Bank and they applied shock therapy, which resulted in long term. It resulted in bad results. Like Sri Lanka suddenly opened their market for privatization and for international companies, and they didn't do it slowly so that their own domestic companies could adapt to the changes. Suddenly all international companies flooded in Sri Lanka, and they got some good results for some time, but the domestic companies were not able to cope up, and that is how the domestic industrialization took a backseat in Sri Lanka. Sir, also after that, the other reason for the downfall of Sri Lanka was Sri Lanka kept on taking debts from IMF, World Bank.
Understood. You are giving a long story. You could have been more brief and to the point. What is the crisis which has been caused in the last 10, 15 years? You are giving me history of 50 years before. There has been some recent causes of 15, 20 years as well, which has compounded the problem. Anyway, tell me now, what is this Indo-Nepal border problem?
Sir, there is some border dispute between India and Nepal, but I'm not aware of the recent developments as to what has happened between the two.
Okay, tell me very briefly, what is going to be the outcome of in Russia-Ukraine war, in your opinion?
Sir, like now it's been more than 100 years. Russia has taken over. Yesterday only, Russia claims that they have taken over the eastern part of Ukraine, and Russian army will, in all probability, keep moving towards now the other parts of Ukraine. The overall impact would be in some time, sooner or later they will come to an halt, and Russia already has got sanctions, economical sanctions from the West and majorly from US, so it will stop sometime. But it can lead to one food shortage in for the world, since Russia and Ukraine combined, they export 25% of the wheat to the world, and it can also impact the steel export. I mean, Russia exports 10 to 11% of the steel to the world, so that chain also can get disturbed. And also, sir, Russia supplies, I mean, one third of the needs of the Europe for natural gas is fulfilled by Russia through Ukraine. So that also, Putin is also trying to threaten West in the name of natural gas. So that also can happen. And the crude oil, a lot of crude oil is also coming from Russia. Sir. Russia is one of the top three exporters of crude oil. So, due to
Anyway,
war, that.
tell me why the rupee is falling against the dollar in the recent past.
Sir, one, I'm not very sure about it, but one could be like post-COVID. We are in the post-COVID era, so our economy has been improving. It was only in COVID that our economy went down for the first time. That is one, and a lot of people abroad have lost their jobs due to COVID, and a lot of NRIs, when they have lost their jobs, so they are not able to send money in India, and that is how the foreign reserve exchange goes little down. So that may be one of the reasons why rupee is falling.
Okay, you better need to study it further. Tell me
So,
now. Another very, very simple question which I'm going to ask you. Tell me, what, in your opinion, three greatest challenges India is facing today?
sir, one would be the kind of religious controversies that India is facing as of today,
Second,
and the second would be, sir, we are having problems with Pakistan and now with China also. After 1962, the relations between India and China has hit the bottom level. So that is second. We can have a two-front war, or at least kind of skirmishes from Pakistan and China, sorry, combined. And uh, uh, third. Third would be economy, probably. Like, how we are doing good as far as services are concerned, we are doing good. But as the geopolitics is changing, no, I'm sorry, not about the economics. I would say it should be, as the geopolitics is changing, sir. We cannot be much dependent on our defense and energy needs on other nations. We have to be more self-reliant. Like we used to depend heavily on Russia for importing all the weapons. We cannot depend completely on Russia. We have to be self-reliant, sir.
okay. Okay, now tell me one more question. Tell me, who's your role model in life other than your family member and why?
Sir, my role model would be was my headmaster of my while I was in 11th and 12th class in that school. He's my role model, sir. And the reason why he was my headmaster was he was a very,
Tell
although
me,
we
tell me two regrets you have in life.
regrets is one. I could have played more sports in my university, sir. That is one. I would want to improve upon that. And nothing, sir. I'm happy with what I've got, sir.
So you think you have only one regret in life? You could have played more sports, that's all.
Yes, sir. The scope of improvement is always there, sir. It will never end. But I've got very good family. I've got a decent job, and I'm working on my physical fitness. I've improved upon my communication skills. So I don't think I have a regret. Scope of improvement is there, but I do not have any such regrets, sir.
So you have no regrets.
So,
Okay, now tell me, how many OL2s are there in SSB?
sir, there are 15.
How are they divided?
Broadly, they are divided into four, sir. One is, I believe, effective
Four
and factor one.
factors. Okay,
Yes, sir.
tell me now, how many marks the interviewing officer has?
Sir, it's 225.
What is the pass marks?
Sir, it's 90.
It's 90. Now, my dear Abhishek Yadav, get a paper and pen and
Yes.
note down. I'm going to give you a feedback now. How have you done? Get a paper and pen, please.
Sir. Sir, I have it ready, sir. Yes, sir.
We also have a great opportunity for students who are now going to 11th or 12th class next year. We have something called the Foundation Course, in which students can join us in 11th class or the 12th class. For the Foundation Course students, we have options of the CBSE board as well as the state board. And along with their school education, we also prepare them with evening classes for the NDA exam. Apart from that, they also get to live in a total army-focused environment in a 28-acre lush green campus with proper military obstacles. And you'll also get the support and guidance from senior military officers and experienced educators. So if any of the parents are watching this video and if you feel interested in this particular course, feel free to reach out to us. If you live in Bangalore or anywhere close by, you can also come over and visit our campus.
Tell me, firstly, you yourself tell me, how has been your performance?
I believe it was average, sir. Low average or something like that.
Why do you think it was average or low average?
Sir, in the initial part of the interview, I always forgot the last part of the question. So, and also, I was speaking more. I knew it. I was speaking more. I have this bad habit. Could have been precise and to the point while answering the questions. That should be also.
Okay. So you think your general awareness is up to the mark?
No, it is not. It is not, sir.
Do you think your knowledge of the army was okay? Armed forces?
It was average. I mean, yes, I can read more about it, but it was, I believe, average.
Okay, my dear Abhishek Yadav. Now let me tell you. Here I'm going to give you feedback.
Sir.
How have you actually done? Because I have taken your interview exactly the way it is taken in the SSB. And let me see how many marks you have got out of 225, whether you have passed or failed in this interview. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And let me firstly give you the gradings which are given in the SSB. In SSB, you know that we give you ticks and marks, We give you ticks and marks. Based on that, we give you marks out of 225. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ticks are, basically we call it tick 5, tick 6, tick 7, tick 8, tick 9. So I will not confuse you with this. I will give you 4 gradings as you know. The top grading is clear. The second grading is average. Clear means you are absolutely clear in that. Average means you have managed to pass, but a lot of scope for improvement. The third grading is borderline, means you have failed in that. But
sir.
Fourth grading is called poor or fail. And that means you are absolutely failed in that. So I will give you one of these 4 gradings.
Right, sir.
Okay. Let me firstly tell you your overall result.
Yes, sir.
Abhishek Yadav, frankly speaking, my heartiest congratulations to you. You have made it in the SSB. And this time you are going to pass. Okay?
Sir.
You can hear me properly?
Yes, I can, sir.
Okay. So let me assure you that you are going to clear this SSB. Go with a similar confidence and some modification, I will tell you. Behave naturally the way you have been behaving. Conduct yourself the way you have conducted yourself in this interview. So you are going to do exceedingly well. I have no doubt in your getting selected because I have passed you. So obviously anybody who is going to interview you is going to clear you. Okay, now see this, your gradings. Factor 1, effective intelligence, you are average.
Sir.
Reasoning ability, you are clear. Organizing ability, you are clear. Power of expression, though your communication is good, but you tend to speak little fast. And you are a bit verbose. So I will still pass you with average grading.
Sir.
Factor 2, social adaptability clear, cooperation clear, sense of responsibility clear.
Yes,
Factor 3, initiative, you do take initiative. I will clear you with an average grading. Confidence, you are reasonably good on that. I will clear you. Speed of decision, you are average. Sometimes you get mixed up and a bit get confused and give wrong answers quite frequently. So because of that, the speed of decision is slightly, but I will still clear you with average grading. Ability to influence the group, you are again clear, and I will give you an average grading. Liveliness, you are again clear, I will give you an average grading. Factor 4. Determination, you are clear, you are fairly determined guy, I will clear you. Courage, again I am going to clear you. Physical fitness, I am going to clear you. You are a very dynamic person, I have no doubt in your fitness and you are going to do pretty well. Look at this, you have very clearly passed the SSB and you have got 97 marks. So you are absolutely clear in your SSB. 97 means in out of 100, you know how many marks you have got? You got 54 this time. See the jump.
Sir.
If I call it out of 100, you have got 54 marks. You know, I give you, and in this you have got 97 marks. So you are going to be absolutely clear. Conduct yourself like this only. Don't get worried about the overall result. Don't be too much result conscious. Just perform. Improve your general awareness a little bit more. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Improve your knowledge about the armed forces a little bit more.
Yes, sir.
Some more comments which I have written about you. You are a smart boy who tends to speak little fast.
Sir.
Who tend to be in a bit of hurry. Who is slightly impatient. Also, he is energetic and enthusiastic. And also, you are a self-motivated guy.
Yes, sir.
You will have to explain why do you want to join the infantry, because he's going to grill you. But give your answer. Sir, if I don't get infantry, I may join the technical arm, but infantry is my first choice. Give your reasons. He will ask you this question 2-3 times. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And your confidence is reasonably okay.
Sir.
There is no problem at all. You are reasonably calm and you can control your anxiety.
Sir.
Your answers were genuine and truthful. Sometimes you are verbose and speak a bit fast.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are hardworking, sincere, a simple guy, straightforward, good social adaptability, helping attitude, fairly cooperative, and good sense of responsibility. Remember, in the SSB, in your PIQ form, also you must write down that you had cleared the SSB before.
Yes, sir.
And you must just say where you write 3 attempts, recommended in the last attempt or recommended once.
Yes, sir.
Please mention in your PIQ.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is to be mentioned. I said ki number attempt 3, recommended once, and the attempts which you write in the last column you write down, just say this thing, write down recommended. You had not written this time.
Yes, sir.
Mention this in your PIQ. Remember this.
Yes, sir.
Because it goes to the psychologists also, it goes to the interviewing officers also. In any case, you are a possible person, you will be able to clear. Okay, and in the end, I will say ki just work on your knowledge and work on your little bit more power of expression with good body language. Work a little bit more on your boldness. Work a little bit more on your assertiveness, which will be handy in your stage 1. Okay? Okay, Yadav?
Sir. Right, sir.
Anything you want to ask me?
No, sir. Like I keep watching your YouTube videos, and that's how I'm preparing.
Like this only, you will give us a good news. When is your SSB?
Sir, 8th of this month.
8th of this month. Go just like this. Ensure that you clear your stage 1. Why I am telling you, be little bold, be little assertive, because of the stage 1. Once you clear the stage 1, you are going to clear the SSB this time also, and with good mark.
Sir.
Okay? Mention this in your PIQ form. Don't forget that.
Right, sir. Right,
God bless.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
God bless. All the best. You are.
Thank you, sir.